jump off, like one singular thought that's kind of materialized over the last couple of years, and I've thought about it over and over again because it affected my personal life. This subject has more gravitas, more content than the rest of the show we put on together. I've had a long, probably the oldest guy here, I've had a long, storied, fortunate life. I've met a lot of people who are awesome success stories in the theater, Hollywood, cinema, sports, and a lot of people in corporate America, and of course quite a few Marines and quite a few senior military people. All awesome successes. Does anybody know what one quality is they all had in common? One quality they all had in common. I don't think even you would know that, Neil. The one quality they all had in common is none of them were drunks or binge drinkers. None of them. You know, we have a Marine Corps as a culture. We're hard fighting, hard drinking. We're tough guys, and it's hard to sometimes segregate those qualities. A young Marine one time said to General Neller a few months back, when we were talking about the problem with drinking, is that after all, we were born in a tavern. What's the problem? And General Neller fired back. We might have been born in a tavern, but we don't have to die there. In 2014, 1,030 Marines were lost to the Marine Corps, discharged due to drugs or alcohol. That's a battalion, pretty close. 1,030 people. These are people that went through boot camp, Parris Island, the only boot camp, or Quantico. These people went through all that training, all the schools, established quite a life, paid their dues, and for one foolish, stupid moment, they gave it all up. Probably the same thing with adultery. What's the answer? The answer is we have to have better control, you have to have discipline, and above all, you have to take care of each other. Here you see, up here, this is Anthony Gale. Anybody know who Anthony Gale was? Right. The CMC sort of helps out there, doesn't it, Neil? He doesn't have a tombstone because nobody knows what happened to him after he left. Anthony Gale was born in Dublin, Ireland, 1782. Came to America, became an American citizen, a Marine officer, right after the Marine Corps opened up again, because for a short time the Navy and the Marine Corps was terminated after the Revolutionary War. He became a Marine lieutenant, one of the top lieutenants in the Marine Corps, fought the Barbary pirates, had some battles in Mexico, the French, the British, awesome combat Marine, finally came back, and he became Commandant of the Marine Corps. But he lost control. He binged, he drank, he had trouble with women. Before you knew it, after only 18 months in his office, he was court-martialed and thrown out of the Marine Corps. All that energy, all that success, wasted. The next guy was my roommate for many years, Nick Calvert. 1942 to 1980. Nick was a submariner, overwhelmingly accomplished guy. Personality, Bob Hope, super brilliant, good looking, but he didn't drink hardly at all. But a lot of times on ships you can't drink for long periods of time, probably a mistake. I'm a firm believer, like in Djibouti, to have highly controlled drinking, but highly controlled. Nick binged one Saturday night and went over a cliff in a sports car in San Diego, my best friend. So going back, we need to take care of each other. It's about discipline and it's about leadership. Before I leave, I'll share one final thought. When I travel around and I talk at universities or places I've gone to school or companies where I serve on the board or in the military, every now and then there's some young guy out of college who wants to know where he would learn leadership. And they don't like the answer because 99% of these rascals have never served a day wearing the cloth of their country. They don't like the answer. So I've learned when people don't like the answer, It's best to get them to them straight and fast. And I tell them, I never learned leadership from any college 101 course. I learned leadership from every officer and NCO I met at a little island off the coast of South Carolina. Why? Because they're immersed in a culture of excellence that's founded on virtue and discipline. What more can I say? Once a Marine. Semper Fidelis, and thank you. Are there any questions? Pithy ones, like O'Reilly would say. You know, we had O'Reilly here. I hosted him here at the base for a week a couple of years ago. He is the presidential college. Anybody have any questions? Politically incorrect? Anything?